Hello, good morning, students of class 7. Today, you are all welcome to online classes. Today, we are going to study of lesson 3, that is the surface and interior of the earth. In the previous class, that means in class 5 and 6, you have already studied about the earth, the shape of the earth, the occurrence of the earth. So, in this chapter, we know about the surface and interior of the earth. If you look from the space, the planet Earth appears to be a large round ball that shines bright and blue. So, that is why this planet is also called the blue planet. Why? Because the abundance of water. We have already learnt in our previous class how the earth was formed about 4.6 billion years ago. We also know that the sun is a star and the planets revolving around it had come out of it in the distant past. However, the earth is the only planet where conditions are favorable for sustenance of life. In class 6, you all know about the earth and it is called the unique planet. Why? Because it is the only planet where water is available. Now, earth's surface. The surface of the earth constitutes a great assemblage of physical features. Our earth has a variety of landforms on its surface. These are huge mountains and deep valleys, vast stretches of plains and tablelands. Tableland is also called plateaus. This variation in terms of height and depth differ from high mountains to lowlands, and it is measured from a baseline and it is called mean sea level. Now, the interior of the earth. You may see the picture that is given the right side of this slide. The interior of the earth has remained a mystery for years. We know little about it because deep down the temperature of the earth is very high. The intensive heat neither allows us to dig deep nor is there any possibility of living organism deep inside the earth, say at 3 to 8 km below the surface. However, for extracting gold from mines, we have been able to dig as deep as 3.5 km below the earth's surface. Our knowledge of Earth's interior is therefore based on indirect observations like the behavior of seismic waves or earthquakes. Second one is the occurrence of volcanoes, and third one is there are two main types of seismic waves, that is the primary wave and secondary wave. The earthquake is the shaking and trembling of the earth's surface caused by internal movement. The shock waves generated by an earthquake have their origin at a focus inside the earth. These waves then travel towards the earth's surface in different directions and with different speeds. The speed of these waves depends upon the nature of the materials they pass through. So there are two main types of seismic waves, the P wave and it is also called primary waves, which can travel through both solid and liquid medium and is faster in speed. But the S wave or the secondary waves on the other hand can pass through only a solid medium and that too a slower speed in the comparison of primary waves. The study of the behavior of these waves tells us about the earth's interior. Now we have to know about the structure of the earth. The earth comprises of three layers, that is the crust you may see in the picture, Then mantles and cores. Constant changes take places inside as well as outside the earth. The earth's interior is made up of three layers: the crust, the mantle, and the core. Now we will know about one by one. The first one is the crust. The thin solid layers covering the outside of the earth is called the crust. The thickness of the crust differs from place to place. It is thicker under the continents than on the ocean floor. The average thickness of the crust is 60 to 100 km. Beneath the sedimentary rocks of the solid earth, the rocks are rich in sial, that is silica plus aluminium. Sial is made of higher rocks materials. Now the mantle. Beneath the crust is a very thick layer of rocks called mantle. The mantle extends up 2900 km in depth. The entire mantle is not homogeneous. The mantle is subdivided into two parts, namely the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The upper mantle is up to 100 km in depth. Beyond this lies the lower mantle, and it is made up of silica and magnesium, that is SEMA. Now the third one is the core. The innermost part of the earth is known as core. The core has a thickness of 3470 km. It is further divided into inner and outer core. The temperature inside the earth converts the solid rocks into the molten state. Sometimes the hot material called the lava comes out through cracks or joints. When the molten material comes out from the beneath a sea floor, it creates a new sea floor. On the other hand, the lava deposited on the land surface makes mountain and plateaus. Now rock. A rock is naturally occurring solid substance made up of a mixture of minerals. All rocks are not hard. They can be as hard as granite and as soft as clay or chalk. They are found in different shapes, sizes, and colors. These are a variety of rocks found on the Earth's crust. Geologists have classified the rocks into three large groups on the basis of their formation. These are the igneous, sedimentary, and the metamorphic rocks. Igneous rock. The word igneous means coming out of fire. Thus, the igneous rocks are formed due to intensive heat and pressure, where molten material called magma comes out and solidifies over the earth's surface as lava. The cooling and solidification of magma can take place inside the earth, forming intrusive igneous rocks, for example, granite. If it cools over the earth's surface, it forms extrusive igneous rocks, for example, basalt. Since their formation, the igneous rocks are subjected to weathering and denudation over the years by the agents of gradation. The continuous action of these agents on rocks break them into the small rock pieces that are carried by the rivers, and you have already studied in lesson 2. They are then deposited on the river beds or the sea beds. These deposits are called sediments, which form layers one above the other due to the pressure of the above layers and the presence of cementing particles. They are harnessed to form sedimentary rocks. This type of rocks are layered and therefore are also called the stratified rocks. Sandstone, limestone, clay, shale, chalk are some of examples of sedimentary rocks. Sometimes the remains of animals and plants get buried and trapped under the layers, and over a period of time get converted into coal, oil, and natural gas. That is why they are called fossil fuels. The fossil fuels have a great economic importance all over the world as they are a major source of energy. Now, minerals. As you started earlier, a rock has single or a combination of several minerals in addition to mass of the earth material. These minerals are present in small or large quantities at any given site of the earth. The most common minerals occurring inside the earth are iron, silver, gold, mica, bauxite, and lead. The common salt that we use in our food is also a mineral. Of all the minerals known to us, diamond is the hardest substance, whereas graphite, black and grey in nature, is the softest. Minerals are identified on the basis of their color, hardness, and luster. The Earth's crust is made of actually various types of rocks. Any natural mass of minerals matters that makes us the Earth's crust is called a rock. There are three major types of rocks, just I was telling: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and the metamorphic rocks. Okay, dear student, thank you.